looking at me. I'm looking back.
Hi, you all. How are you? Welcome back to our channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far.
And so what we're making today is pasta sauce. Now you can use this with any pasta, and yeah.
So the pasta sauce is basically the tomato sauce, or basically what you when you go to a restaurant you say pasta and tomato sauce or arrabbiata sauce. Similar, arrabbiata is slightly spicier, and this one is milder. So there are very few ingredients to it, but I would highly suggest that you use the highest quality ingredients that you get. What I like to do is I like to make a lot of extra sauce, and then we put it in ball jars and we freeze them. When we want any meal, what we can do is we can thaw that one jar and boil some pasta, throw in some meatballs in case meatballs are required, or sausages, or whatever you feel like, and the meal is ready very fast. So you don't have to start from scratch making the sauce, because the sauce, though it has few ingredients, it does take time to make.
And if you really enjoy our videos, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And we so appreciate all the support that we're getting. And so without further ado, let's get on to the video.
So what are the ingredients that we require for the homemade pasta sauce? Jan is going to run you through them and explain to you what these ingredients are.
So what you need is some chopped garlic. We also have some homemade garlic oil. And if you want to know the recipe, let us know down below. And then we also have minced garlic, and it is also by Kirkland. We love Kirkland. We have dried basil leaves, and we have this mix of a lot. I don't think I can pronounce that, so I hope you can see that.
So this is a panette alla arrabbiata. This is by a company called Tut Calabria. Now this is a store that we found. We found a store in Boston, and we bought a couple of these to try, and we love this. So we normally try to add this to our sauce, but it's completely optional to put this.
And the other ingredient is you also need dried oregano. We have two different types of chili pepper
flakes.
not flakes. We have mild and sweet heat, and it is by this Flat Iron Pepper Co. And we really love these. And we also have sugar, and we also have salt, and we also have basil leaves.
Now you need a fair amount of basil leaves, so we have a full bowl, and we will be chopping this later. And
oh, and I forgot to say, we also have dry whole chili peppers. And now we'll get on to what tomatoes you need. We are using actually mixed tomatoes. So the first one we have is the San Marzano. And the idea of it is to use many different kinds. And
so you have to get a balance of sweet and sour in the sauce. So we're using some cans of wine tomatoes, some of San Marzano, some all-purpose, and we're also using
tomato paste.
So to give it that contrast about taste and texture, and like basically a balance of sweet and sour.
Again, sorry.
No, so that's why we're using different kinds of tomatoes.
Again, the idea is that you want different kinds. Don't just get the same. It's the idea of getting different.
The sauce is tastier if you use different kinds of tomatoes, and we're using cans, but you can surely go and use fresh tomatoes as well. The only thing that you have to do is you have to make a cut at the back of the tomato and boil it for about a minute and a half to remove the peel. You do not want peels in the sauce.
And so without further ado, let's actually get on to the cooking.
Okay, so let's start with the sauce. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this garlic infused olive oil, and I'm going to add it to a pan. And while I'm starting with the sauce, Jan is going to smush the tomatoes. Now if you look at the tomatoes are like almost whole. They're peeled, but they're almost whole. So she has to smush the tomatoes. She's washed her hands, so she's going to use her hands to do it. And I'm going to add garlic to the olive oil.
By the way, use a gracious amount of the oil, and always make sure you wash your hands. And we put all of them into one. So just put everything. I'm simply baked beans. I love big beans though. I don't know what there's like a satisfying thing to the satisfying feeling
Now what I like to do is I like to add a couple of spoons of this garlic as well.
This is
The
the
minced
minced
garlic,
garlic.
which you get in the store. I like the flavor of it, and because it's smaller, it kind of coats the pasta. So I like to add this. And one of the other things that I like to add is I like to take out some of the roasted garlic from this bottle, and I like to add that as well to the sauce.
Again, if you want the recipe for the garlic oil, let us know down below.
So we're going to make sure that we cook the garlic till it's translucent. Do not overcook it, because then you'll get a bitter taste in your sauce, and this is something that we do not want.
Nobody wants a bitter pasta sauce.
Nobody wants bitter pasta sauce, that's true.
You expect like an even amount of
Is it
salt
done?
and sugar. No, there's still some baby chunks. You expect an even amount of salt and sugar in one pasta.
And now I'm going to add some whole red chilies. I'm not breaking them up right now. This gives a nice flavor and color to the sauce.
Mama, is it okay?
Yeah. Now my garlic has become translucent, and so I'm going to pour in the sauce slowly and hopefully not splatter all over the place. And that's the reason why I'm using a stock pot to make the pasta sauce, because people, seriously, the splatter is real with the sauce. Tomato, when it's cooking, it splatters a lot, and that's the reason why I'm wearing a black top as well, or wear an apron. I normally tend to do both, but today I couldn't find my apron, so maybe it's in the wash. So now we're going to cook these tomatoes. And while the tomatoes are cooking, we are going to chop the basil. Where is my... Dan, do you want to do this?
Yes, please. As you can see, Mom just pulled out that super safe device, and it's easy for kids to use.
Yeah.
And if we can, we'll try to link it down in the description, or if we already have a video on it, we'll link it up in the icon.
This herb chopper is in our video where we say amazing bargain Amazon finds.
So that will be up in our card or even in the description.
And now is when you want to add the tomato paste as well. Because you want the tomato paste to cook with the tomatoes. This is not a full can of tomato paste. I would say this is about a half can of tomato paste. And I like to just go in and smush it so that we don't get any lumps of tomato paste in our mouth.
I hope you guys are having a good start of 2021.
And don't forget to keep on stirring the sauce. Now we're going to wait for the sauce to come to a nice hot royal. And while it's doing that, we are going to add this. Now how I like to add it is, add it in a little bit of hot water to soften it. And while this sauce is boiling, I'll leave about 2-3 spoons of this in hot water and soften it, and then I'm going to use it. So I've just put the water to boil. I forgot to do that earlier, which is okay. And I will just bring the hot water here and put this to a boil. And I think Jan is having too much fun chopping the basil.
I don't think chopping basil should be this fun.
Yeah, and it smells so wonderful.
Yes.
Although, like, this basil is not from our backyard because all of our basil died when it snowed in Austin. So it will come back when the season is right, of course. But right now we have no basil, so I have to get it from a store.
It snowed once, guys. Finally.
Yeah, this was very unusual for Austin. In Austin, it doesn't really snow. I mean,
I think
there will be snow which comes in for like 4-5 minutes and everybody gets very excited, or 10 minutes or whatever. But this time we had snow which covered.
it was like an inch. Oh.
Yeah. There was about 5 inches of snow.
Oh. I don't think that had happened for like I think 3 years.
I don't think it snowed like this for many, many, many years. I think 7-8 years.
I think it was
maybe more.
7.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was 7. That's a pretty long time, guys.
So once the water is boiled, I'll show you what I do with this and I'll be right back. So I've got some boiling water here and I'm adding a couple of spoons of this. So about 4 spoons of this. And I'm just going to leave it in this boiling water for a little while so that all the ingredients soften a little bit. And meanwhile our sauce is getting hot.
Make sure
There is still
that it
time
doesn't
to
burn.
boil it. Sorry?
Make sure that it doesn't burn.
Yeah, make sure the sauce doesn't
All
burn.
your hard work will go to waste if it does.
So I would suggest do not put more ingredients in this till it's hot. Right now it's not hot. You don't have to have it boiling, but you have to have it at least hot. So I'm waiting for it to become hot and then we'll add this to it. And we'll be right back when the sauce is hot. So now that our sauce is boiling, we're going to add this water and that mix in this. And now we're going to start adding the dry spices in it. Now dry spices would be basically your oregano. Sorry, I have not opened this one. I was out of the... Add like a generous amount of oregano in this. Add a generous amount of basil leaves. Add salt to taste. Don't over salt it because you can add salt later. You can't take it. So this is sugar, but you can't add. You can't take out the salt later. So I've added salt and I've added a little bit of sugar so that it balances out the sourness. And I'm going to just use this Flatiron Pepper Company Sweet Heat flakes in this. Don't add too much, just add a little bit. It's just to give it a nice flavor, not really a kick. And same thing, add a little bit of this one. And these are both mild. As you can see, our sauce is already looking really beautiful. And it smells wonderful. Now you must be wondering why I haven't added the fresh basil leaves. We add that literally towards the end. So now we're going to let it boil again. And we're going to check on the salt.
Be careful, it's very, very, very hot.
Yeah.
And I'm meaning temperature.
I'm going to add a little bit of
Sugar.
sugar.
very, very hot, so be careful.
Yeah. And as you can see, it's starting to really boil. So I've lowered the heat because I don't want to get splattered while I'm doing this. And these big red chilies that we put in, we're going to take them out once the sauce is ready. So I'm going to taste again, get a fresh spoon, and taste again, taste the balance of the salt and sugar and all the spices.
Look, as you can see, she's cooling it off, so that's what you should do if you're trying.
That's really good. Jan, why don't you take a taste?
Okay. I've come here with my fellow taste tester who can't even eat it.
You have to blow at it.
That's really good.
Yeah. The sauce is almost ready. And because we've used canned tomatoes, it cooks faster. One of the steps have been removed of actually boiling the tomatoes, taking off the skin. So I've just removed one step here. And the sauce is almost ready. And now is when I'm going to add all the basil in it, the fresh basil. The sauce may feel a little bit spicy at this time, but you have to understand your pasta is completely bland, you know, so you do want some level of spice and some level of taste and some level of sugar and salt in it to balance out the pasta, which is always bland. So as you can see, my sauce is almost ready. I can show you in the pot. It looks gorgeous. And now once it's done, you can keep the lid on it. Where's my lid? And I like to let it just sit like this till it's almost cool, but not quite. It has to be slightly warm. And that's when I start bottling it. Now the bottles that I use are these ball jars. These are the ball jars. And what I do is I fill it only till here, because the sauce does expand when it's frozen. And you can keep it for as long as you like. So I've seen when you fill it till here, it'll automatically come to there and it becomes tight. And every time you open it, you literally have to unvacuum the jar to open it. So this is our pasta sauce. I hope you liked the recipe and you found it simple enough to make it.
And also,
So let us know below if you did try to make the recipe and how it turned out for you. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you make this and make your life simpler by freezing the recipe or freezing the sauce.
and also let us know if you have any recipes that you want us to try down below. Bye guys, we
Bye.
love you. Mwah.